Alright, so today we find ourselves at Tomlinson Run State Park, Hancock County, West Virginia, just outside of the town of New Manchester. And today we're going to explore the Mineral Springs picnic area. Hancock County can be found at the northern tip of West Virginia. Tomlinson Run State Park is about the center of the county. We're going to be focused on the southern portion of the park, closest to Route 8, near where the pool is. Parking for the Mineral Springs area can either be near the pool and walk down, or there's a spot just down the road along Route 8 from the park entrance. Taking a look here at the J.W. Beer's 1871 map of the northern panhandle of West Virginia, just north of New Manchester along Route 8, the mills were marked here in green. The Silverthorne Dam and sawmill shown here, and just upstream across the bridge on Route 8 was Hugh Pugh's grist mill. Also clearly marked on the map is the word Sulphur Spa, highlighted in red. Notice the area where the pool sits today was known as Rocky Point at that time. Alright, let's go ahead and head on in. As you head into Mineral Springs, one of the first things you'll notice is there's an old road that kind of cuts off here to the right. There's another one right down there. We'll head to there next. Alright, we've made it a little further down the road here. And again, off to the right, you can see another road taking off. This time we're going to follow it. The other one was just right there. So they go to the same place. This was the location of the Sanatorium Resort, Fairview Resort, and Mineral Water Company. This was New Manchester's own spa resort. Overlooking Mineral Springs, right down there. Building in the foreground is the back of the Mineral Springs spring house. Up to the left on the hill, you can see the original sanatorium home that burnt down in the 1930s. Just above the resort, you can find their own well. Stone line. Last time I was here, it was full near to the top with debris. Now it seems to be filled much less. This would have been the well that was used by the Fairview Summer Resort. Alright, here's a parting shot of what was the sanatorium building site. And now we'll head down to the Mineral Springs area, the Silverthorne Dam, and look at the spring itself. Just down in front of the sanatorium building site at the resort, I have to laugh because where you plant daffodils, there will always be daffodils. It's amazing. And here's our first look at the Mineral Springs Resort area. Dam, mill, resort up on the hill, road, spring, chicken coops. The Fairview Summer Resort and Mineral Water Company.
incorporated July 1896. On March 12, 1861, Joseph Silverthorne entered into an indenture with Messrs. Levi Caldwell, S.W. Wilson, W.M. Flanagan, Eli Flanagan, Silas Norman, James Combs, and W.M. Michener. Joseph leased his land 20 years for oil privileges. He reserved sufficient land for his log and lumber yard to run his sawmill and to use his 2 lots and garden. In return, Joseph was to receive every 10th barrel of oil. Water was found instead. For about 30 years, the sulfur water flowed out over the ground. On July 10, 1896, A.B. Mercer and W.G. Stone incorporated and started what is now known as Mineral Springs. Dr. Stone operated a sanatorium near this site to treat stomach and kidney diseases. The best-known owners of this 10-acre local attraction were Chester B. and Dorothy C. Pease. They managed a beer garden, dance hall, roller rink, picnic grounds, and cottages from October 1926 until November 1954.
Pewtown Mineral Spring. This well was drilled for oil in 1861 by a company composed of residents of this community. It is 630 feet deep. After striking this enormous flow of water, it was abandoned and permitted to flow out over the grounds. The offensive odor and chemical deposits showing in the water led people to believe it was poisonous or unfit for use. After 30 years, or about 1891, it was analyzed and found to contain very valuable medicinal qualities. About this time, a doctor named Stone started a sanatorium in the old homestead where it can be seen overlooking the grounds. After some very remarkable cures of stomach and kidney diseases, the doctor had to discontinue for lack of funds. In those days, there were no paved roads nor automobiles, making it comparatively easy to reach the place. You cannot drink enough of this water to injure yourself, but you can drink too little to obtain any benefit. There's a full chemical analysis of everything in the water. This water is claimed to be the best balanced mineral water for general health known in the USA. Pewtown, WVA. Here's the label that was on the bottles of water. Pewtown Mineral Water, the health water. Analysis by Pittsburgh Testing Laboratory. Full listing of all the chemical composition there. Pewtown Mineral Spring. This water is highly recommended by the leading authorities of the medical profession of Cleveland in diseases due to faulty elimination. My analysis of this water proves that it is a valuable one with a mild apparent action, recommended for stomach and kidney troubles, rheumatism, etc. Did you notice that phone number? Chester 7105 ring 6. Someone's going to have to explain to me how phone numbers like that work. This is the photo of the inside of the spring house at Mineral Springs. Notice the communal cup for everyone's benefit. Below the cliffs was the site of the Mineral Spring well, which the park pulled up in early 1988. It's easy to see from this view of the spring house that Mineral Springs was an awfully pleasant place to hang out. You can also see that the spring was directed outside, so it could be enjoyed there as well. In the photo on the left to right, we have Dora Petrie, Ruth Gorsuch, Frida Gorsuch, Billy Gorsuch, Blanche Gorsuch, Dorothy Pease, Winnie Pease, Chester Pease, and Chico the dog. Chester Pease is holding one of the glass bottles of mineral spring water. Here we have Armour Garcia, Dorothy Pease, Doria Petrie, Charles Petrie, and an unidentified female. Best known owners of this 10-acre local attraction were Chester B. and Dorsey C. Pease. They managed a beer garden, dance hall, roller rink, picnic grounds, and cottages from 1926 until 1954. Through the Pease era, they ran the speakeasy during the Prohibition and sold the mineral water. Later, the Pease family added cottages, a picnic area, a dance and roller rink, and the beer garden, which is a really nice name for a bar. The Fullers then took over and carried on for another 8 years before the state of West Virginia purchased the site in 1962. Upon purchase, the state of West Virginia razed the entire site, ending this chapter in history.
I do know that up here on top of these rocks, right behind the mineral spring, there are some bricks laying there I understand there were chicken coops kept there. They could be reached from the 3rd story of the house that was built down here. Look at the mineral spring today. It is flowing. Water is going out into the nearby creek. Well, after you climb up here, find this large leveled out section and blocks at the front edge of them here, and some more, and these ones are concrete, and some more all the way across. So a lot of space for chickens. Nice view for the chickens. There's the dam there. And the springs right there below it.
The story starts with the Silverthorne Dam in 1861, where Joseph Silverthorne built the dam to power his mill. Several layers of the stones have been removed to lower the water level above the dam. It does seem like it would have been a great place to swim though. Here's a view of the Mineral Springs area on the J.W. Beers map of 1871, showing the Silverthorne Mill and also Hugh Pugh's grist mill, which was located just upstream of the bridge on Route 8. The site transpired from a sawmill owned by Joseph Silverthorne, a failed oil venture, a summer resort, a sanatorium, water company, a speakeasy during the Prohibition, to an all-day family recreation area.
Well, that sure is interesting. I wonder if those rocks fell all at the same time, or if they fell on top of each other and just stacked. Huh. Alright, so the dam site's there. The mill must have sat there. Up there was the Sanatorium resort. Right there was a spring. Somewhere nearby was a house, and up there on the rocks were chicken coops. On our way back out. That has all the hallmarks of a collapsed mine shaft to me. Who knows?
I want to thank everyone for joining me today on our tour of the Mineral Springs picnic area in Tomlinson Run State Park in Hancock County, West Virginia. Till next time when we come back to the park and we'll try to find some more history.